Welcome back to Let's Play DDO Permadeath. Here I am in the depths chain. The first two quests here will be the last ones I do before taking level 7. And this should take my elite streak to 44. Alright, I don't know why we normally go this way, but we do, so I'll go this way. So I was going to talk a little in this video about key bindings and control setups. A fascinating topic, no doubt. But, well, some people may be interested. But I think the depths chain is a good example of why I have my stuff set up the way I do. So I tend to keep all of my hotbars and most of my keyboard shortcuts for things that I need in active combat. So my standard hotbar setup, I've got things like my haste boost, sunder, trip stun, and I keep weapon combinations on modifier key plus 1 through 9. Actual combat stuff on 1 through 9 down here, which, given this is a fighter, there's not many things on there yet. And then I've got a hotbar over here for all the other abilities. So I have an unusual keyboard setup. I use QWER for move left, jump. Hang on a moment. Yeah, I use QWER for move left, jump, move forward, move right, which has the advantage that it gives me a row of keys above my movement keys for bindings, which I use for a fighter. I use them for sunder, trip, stun, and then a row of keys immediately below those key bindings for other combat things. So I've got haste boost on A, and on a caster I would have other spells in these slots here. I have D for move backward, which is why that slot isn't bound to D there. And then I have a few other things bound to stuff by my thumb on my left hand, like I have B for sneak down there. And also my push to talk, which I also use for recording in the videos, is down there as well. I then have a curative bar that I can quickly get to if I need to, which is on hotbar 16. And I keep all my non-combat abilities above that, so I can just scroll up to them by going to my curative bar, which I have on a hotkey. And then scroll up to get to the things like all my non-combat skills, like disabling, which I have on hotbar 15. So I have my weapon things on like modifier number, so mod 3 there for my main weapon set. Which lets me pull out weapons in a hurry as I need to. And I then have sort of specialised weapon sets on letter key bindings, so like I have Shift Z for ooze bashing. So if I suddenly run into an ooze, I can quickly pull out suitable weapons. That's why I'm using this quest to illustrate the key bindings, since it has a really weird mix of enemies. You need a different weapon set for every fight, practically. Like, I need slashing weapons for the zombies here. I usually have slashing weapons as my main weapon set, so I don't have a separate key binding for slashing. Trying to pull me into being surrounded there. Yeah, so slashing is usually my main weapon set, but I then have Control B for bludgeoning. Only have one piercing weapon so far on this guy. And I have a few bindings for sort of specific situations, like Control F for a fire weapon. Control Z for a cold weapon, since there are lots of enemies that are vulnerable to either fire or cold. So again, I've got key bindings ready, so I can jump to a suitable weapon set for those fairly common situations. Alright, I should wind back north here, try and cover the whole dungeon. I see spiders. And oozes. Time for ooze weapons. I'm still using a slashing Everbright weapon on this guy, so I'm splitting the uses. Not a great plan on a guy without some area damage. I keep a whole hotbar up here for mostly healing stuff. The right hand side of which is bound to the right hand edge of my keyboard, so I can just reach a finger over from my mouse if I need healing in a hurry. Actually, that's the end of this hotbar, isn't it? So this is where I usually put Unyielding Sovereignty and Burst Healing, if I have them. And then I have the third and fourth mouse buttons bound to the normal healing things that I have on this hotbar here. I keep the healing hotbar on screen, not because I really need key bindings for it, but so I can easily see if I'm running out of healing items. Since that's something you might need to change around in the middle of a fight. Doesn't happen often. Doesn't happen often, but if you do get into a fight where it's a really long, grueling fight, you often don't have the opportunity to switch over to switch around hotbars and go and search for more healing items. So I keep all my healing stuff hotbarred the whole time, even if I rarely need it. I think I had yes, I did. You'll see there I switched over to my frost weapon, which was I think that's the Nyx longsword, yes, from the Shan chain, which is coming in handy in here. Again, that's why I keep a key binding for cold weapons, since there's a lot of enemies vulnerable to cold. So I keep a key binding for cold and fire weapons, but I don't keep anything for electric or acid. I tend to think that cold, fire and ooze is really all I need often enough to actually bother having key bindings for them. The others, if I have them at all, I just have other weapon sets lined up on this visible hotbar here. So whereas the fire and cold ones I have on fixed key bindings, like Control F for fire, other weapon sets that don't fall into such an obvious, where there's no obvious way of assigning a sort of name to them. I just had them on that hotbar visible. Okay, what got woken up there? Got a potentially dangerous truck shaman behind me, and I'm not sure what's in here. There's a chest, which means it's probably defended. Let's go get this shaman. There's got to be more trucks sneaking around here. Another good occasion for switching over to frost weapons in a hurry. That's why I picked this quest to talk about it, since this one does throw up a lot of very random and surprising stuff. Good. Something that my weapons work well against. I haven't found that much that my range damage works well against, to be honest, on this guy so far. He's not built for ranged, of course. I should actually heal up. There's a lot of earth elementals here. In fact, let's go straight east toward the shrine. Named elemental too. Right, starting to fill in the map now. Right, I guess I should... Well, let's go deal with this named first, I think. Nice, I was managing to con drain him. So if I had any spells, any buff spells on this guy, they would be on the hotbars immediately underneath the main hotbar. I scroll down for those since you don't need to buff during a fight. Alright, racking up the bonuses. And immediately above my main hotbar I have my actual equipment. So I keep all of the normal equipment for my characters on the hotbars immediately above the home hotbar. So if I ever need to reset my gear, I just scroll up and run through the numbers 0 to 9, and that gets me all the way back to my standard gearing. I had a feeling that was coming. Again, handy to be able to switch to a bludgeoning weapon set in a hurry. Okay. That's this one thoroughly explored. I will shrine for hit points, then go to the end fight. So the other thing I keep key combinations for, so far I've got Control B for bludgeoning, Control P piercing. But as I start getting more weapon sets, I have a Control C for chaotic, Control G for good, Control L for lawful, for enemies that have very specific DR, and then Control I for incorporeal, Control S for silver, Control Y I think for Baishk, or however it's pronounced. So I have key combinations for all the different DRs that enemies might have, or at least a reasonable selection. To be honest, my weapon set combinations are much better for low levels than high levels. Once you get into devils with very specific combinations, there's really too many combinations to cover with key bindings. But it works fine at low levels, and well, I'm playing Permadeath, so I do spend more time at low levels. Alright, end fight, including one shaman. Let's play it safe rather than worrying about the XP. Hey, I made it to a conquest anyway. Pretty well played by the shaman there. He tried to stench me. Stench and run away. That could even have worked if he'd been a bit faster. Seeker 3, that's not terrible. Still don't think I would use it though. Alright, on to the second installment. This one much more dangerous. Now we're playing seriously.
It is oppressively dark, save for a few flickering torches that might provide enough light to fight properly.
I'm sure there's a caster here as well. Don't see him yet though. There's at least one other guy wandering around. It's the witch doctor I care about. The other guy isn't this guy, I think. Surely there was one other guy. Well, maybe not. But I saw a guy walking away. Maybe that was the shaman. Yep, there's the trap. Well, I can't get through this side anyway. There may well be traps in this one that are too dangerous to try disabling, even on this guy. Alright, nice. I was expecting skeletons there. Ah yes, the Necromancer corridor. Well, I can't be bothered. I don't think I can get the other trap anyway, so the other trap's right in the... well, the trap box for the other trap in this one is right in the middle of a bunch of enemies. So I don't think I'll be trying to get that one. Okay, this necromancer is dangerous. Get as far as I can, then charge the guy. Give me a lot of enemies. Right, so that worked out okay. Clearing out all these guys before we get to the ambush. Hey, rare. I don't remember this guy. No chest for that guy. That's a shame. Oh yeah, that's the other trap. Yep, that trap kills people quite often even when they're on trapping characters, so I went right. There've been a lot of Permadeath characters lost in that trap. Now let's do the optional though, since I can unlock. Those Minotaurs are having trouble knocking the dwarf over. Hoping that might be a better fort item, but not really useful. Something's making me nervous. Well, guess it's nothing. Okay, now the really dangerous bit starts. Okay. What makes this very tough is the guys overhead. So let's pull the guys on the ground first. Alright, slowly emptying the room out here. It's those clerics that bother me though. Damn. Having trouble getting a line of fire on this guy. Okay. Alright, with only 2 clerics over the room, I feel a bit safer now. And I got Conquest. So I can pull the boss next, which makes it safer as well. Alright. I was doing him a lot of harm. Ha! Me and my will save. Alright, done. That takes my bravery streak to 45. Alright, and I will end the video there and go and take level 7. I'm making good progress on this guy. He is promising. No, I'm finishing. Alright, thanks for watching.